Hi there. Sit down. Lovely to meet you. Shall I start? Okay then. Well, hello, I'm Charlotte Walker. I'm 32 and I live in Doncaster. I live alone. I'm single, which you've probably gathered by the fact I'm at a speed dating event. Well, I say I live alone, but I live with my border collie Bronte, who's my best friend. I moved back up to Donny around about, 10 months ago. Maybe 11. Sorry, time and timekeeping isn't my strongest suit. Hence the reason why I was late tonight. I thought it started at 9, it was actually 8. I used to live in London, Camden, actually. Do you know it? Well, I moved back to Donny because, well, you don't need to know that. I say moved back because I was born in Donny, to my parents. Sorry, I'm a little nervous because I haven't needed to do anything like this for such a long time. I didn't want to come, actually, tonight. I'm only here because my sister, Vanessa, said that if I didn't come voluntarily, she'd carry me in here over her shoulder, which I actually think she probably could and would do, now I think about it. I've got 2 sisters, Nessa and Jenna, and a brother, David. He lives in Sheffield, which is also Yorkshire, just like Leeds, which is where we are now. But you know that because you're completely here with me. Excellent. Sorry, I tend to talk a lot when I'm a bit nervous. And I also tend to pull a strand of hair from the hairstyle that took me ages to do tonight and play with it when I'm nervous. Sorry. So, I'm a police officer by day, well, by night sometimes too, as and when the job demands. I'm a DCI with South Yorkshire Police. Wait, where are you going? It's okay, I'm not here to arrest you. Although the way you took your empty glass away with you does make me wonder whether you didn't want me to get your fingerprints. God, I hate this kind of thing. Oh my God! Move out the way, it's choking! Gonna put my arms around you. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3. There we go! Brilliant. Oh, God. Try and cut up your food a bit smaller next time. Okay. No, I'm not a doctor. I'm a walker, and trust me, that's a lot better.
The Walker Mysteries, written and created by Andrew White, starring Sally Swift as DCI Charlotte Walker. The Exploding House.
I wish I could go on a date, or a date-type scenario, without having to do the Heimlich manoeuvre. That's the 3rd time in the last few months. I seriously think it's the universe's way of telling me it didn't want me to date any of them. And Nessa normally has such a good radar. Of the 7 couples she's got together, all of them are still couples. Nessa's a bit of a matchmaker. Or a bloody nosy busybody, as I like to call her. She means well, though, and to be fair, the first 2 dates were friends of people at work. So she didn't set me up with them, and she wasn't to know the blokes at the speed dating event were all completely unsuitable, did she? She only got me there. It didn't help that I couldn't drink last night because I was in Leeds and had to drive home afterwards. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a big drinker, but, you know, a bit of Dutch courage. Just one mind. I could have stayed at Nessa's, but she ain't got a spare room. I'd have to sleep on the sofa or on airbed, which I don't have a problem with, but I need to get into work early the following day, which is why I was out walking my dog Bronte in the dark at 6 a.m. And that's when it happened. What have you got, boy? Yeah, I can smell it too. Gas coming from across the road. Bronte, down! Bloody hell! Yes, boy, there's someone in there, come on! Don't worry, we're here. Keep hanging on. Nearly there. Nearly there. Oh, keep going. Yes. Oh, I can see you. I can see you. We're coming. Yes. Hi. No. Stay still. We'll get you out. Don't just stand there. She needs help here. Get something to carry her on. A door. A mattress. Anything. Yes, of course it's dangerous. That's why we're getting her out. Come on now! I didn't mean to get angry at them. It's just that I know I had to get her out ASAP before there was another explosion or a fire, so I needed them to just get on with it. The truth is, in an incident, there's two types of people, the ones who run away from it and the ones who run towards it. And I've always been a running towards kind of gal. You've probably gathered that, I guess. As I was already on the scene, I needed to bring my DI, Dean Sheldon, and the rest of the emergency services up to speed. There was definitely a smell of gas, then some sort of outflow, and then the explosion. We dropped down behind the bus shelter. If we hadn't, I don't think I'd be talking to you now. There was no passers-by. We got her out on the mattress. She's badly hurt, but I've checked her pulse and it's okay. Time for you guys to get to work. I want to know what went on here, okay? The explosion was determined to have indeed been caused by a gas leak, and it soon became clear it was no accident. So, was this an attempt to kill the woman who was renting the house while she was on business in the area? And if so, who would have wanted her dead? OK, team, several possible suspects have emerged thanks to our hard work. First is the woman's estranged husband, who has a history of domestic violence and may have wanted to harm her. Second is her disgruntled ex-business partner, who might have just wanted revenge because she made the business a success after she bought him out at a low price. And C is the woman's main competitor, who is known for some shady tactics. So, let's get interviewing. Nessa reckons the next time I should leave out the part about me being a police officer, as it may put off some blokes. She reckons I should concentrate on stuff like me playing the guitar and the piano. Not at the same time, of course. I got to grade 7 in my piano, and it only goes up to grade 8, so, you know. And I see that, but really, if some blokes are put off by me being a copper, aren't I better off knowing that right at the start? Thanks for listening, D.I. Sheldon. You don't have much choice? No, I guess you don't when you're in my car. I'm just on the phone to my insurance company. On New Year's Day, someone I loosely will call a driver reversed into my Volvo. It all got sorted eventually, but there's a few points I need to sort out with my insurance company, hence me phoning now. I've already been waiting 37 minutes. I've listened to the opening of several songs, but they cut off to a recorded voice thanking me for my patience and letting me know that the next available representative will be with me shortly before returning to the same bit of the music again. Apparently, your call is important to us. Please hold, and an agent will be with you shortly. Yeah, if it was important to you, you'd have bloody answered it by now. Sorry, that was a tangent. I'm really good at them, going off on a tangent. And that's when it hit me. Perhaps it's nothing to do with the woman at all. Perhaps it's insurance fraud. Let's check out the finances of the owner of the house and see whether he had any motive for this. Check his alibi for the time and his movements over the past couple of days. Love heart, anyone? No? Oh well, suit yourself. Your loss. So it turned out the owner of the house was facing severe financial difficulties and had increased insurance coverage on the property just a few weeks before the explosion. Further investigations uncovered that the owner had hired a shady contractor to tamper with the gas lines, causing the explosion would allow him to collect the insurance payout. The contractor was a known associate of the owner and had a previous history of being involved in insurance fraud. When we had him back at the station, the owner admitted it all, but maintained he had not expected the woman to be inside the house, as he saw from her social media that she was supposed to be away on business. So that was that, and we arrested both the owner and the contractor. Oh, and the woman we rescued is making a steady recovery, and they reckon she was very lucky. OK then, well, hello, I'm Charlotte Walker, I'm 32 and I live in Doncaster. I live alone, I'm single, which you probably gathered by the fact I'm at a speed dating event. Well, I say live alone, but I live with my border collie Bronte, who's my best friend. I moved back up to Donny around... Oh no, not again!
The Walker Mysteries starred Sally Swift as DCI Charlotte Walker. Written and created by Andrew White. Sound design by Robert Black. Produced and directed by Andrew White. The Walker Mysteries is a Nova production.